right now, you know, we eating up with DC.
Now we keeping it real.
Hey, we got
everybody, welcome to another episode of Eating It Up with DC. And today, man, I am in LaGrange, Georgia at VREAL. That's right, it's a vegan food truck. Now, I'm not vegan, but maybe I'll be swayed a little bit. But anyway, I'm about to go up, place my order, and see what they're talking about. Follow me.
welcome to VREAL, brother.
Hey, God, my God, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going? Yes, sir, man.
I'm good.
First time in?
First time.
Hey,
This is it.
hey, we hope from now on out you keep it real.
Yeah, I want to keep it real. There we go.
I appreciate you, brother. Enjoy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we'll know once we see you back tomorrow.
All right. All right. Well, we are about to see what we have here. Let's see if this vegan food is good, like a lot of people claim it is. All right. So, I am about to eat the beef glazed sliders. Show y'all that. Just take it out. How about that? The glazed slider. And it's beef. And I got fries in here. Maybe with real tomatoes. Oh yeah. You really can't taste the difference. It tastes like beef. A little bit. Just a little bit. No, that's good. And the fries are real potatoes. Amazing. Super good. And right here, I have the sweet heat chicken sliders. Chicken fajita egg roll. I give it all 5 stars. Lastly, I got the beignets. Gotta have some dessert, right? Gotta have. Now that's their goodness. Alright, man, we have made our way inside of this amazing food truck with the man himself, Mr. Brandon Todd of VREAL. What's going on? So I appreciate you for having me first and foremost.
Nah, man, I appreciate you for being here, man. Hey, it's an honor, man. It's an honor.
It's an honor for me, man. And I will say this. VREAL, native of LaGrange, Georgia, a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what college was that again?
Columbus State.
Columbus State. Columbus State.
Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus
Yes,
State.
sir. Columbus, Georgia.
Shout out to all the Kappas, man. I got a lot of friends who are Kappas. You know, I didn't know Kappas could cook, but you know, but we'll leave that where it is.
Yeah. Kappas can do a little cooking too. You know what I'm saying? Cooking with the Kappas.
Then you cooking with? I like that.
Hey, that was actually an event I did when I was in college.
Really?
Cooking with the Kappas. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great.
We actually prepared food in the residence, like assistant housing or whatever. They had a stove. We made spaghetti. I'll never forget. It was good too.
Wow, that's dope.
Sprinkle a little sugar on there.
And now you can only do that on your campus if you actually have someone who really can cook.
Right.
But seriously though, man, like I said, I appreciate you for having me in. Now, VREAL, how did this come about? Have you always been health conscious? Have you always been a vegan? I mean, you have a lot of vegan restaurants and food trucks that are popping up now. And I don't know if it's just a trend or just the times that we're living in. People are more health conscious. How did you get started with that? So,
for me, how I got started with VREAL is I always wanted to go into the restaurant industry as an entrepreneur. A long time ago, it just was like, I want to create a chain of restaurants. and of course I didn't have a name or an idea of what I wanted to do. I just knew restaurant.
Okay.
As I grew and I end up becoming vegan probably about 6 years ago, I said it's definitely going to be a chain of vegan restaurants. And so I was like, why not start with a food trailer? So in actuality, I've been writing down names for VREAL. My laptop right there, I can pretty much show you, you know, how many names I got. I was, you know, brainstorming, and this been in like probably 3 to 4 years in the making of coming up with the concept, the name, how I'm going to promote it, the strategy. Man, I pretty much got content lined up that if I start shooting today, I'll be shooting to 2030. Like,
wow.
I'm literally stacked on content, the idea of how I'm going to promote it and continue to push it and continue to gain more exposure, bro. I'm telling you, it's a lot.
Now how did you come up with the name VREAL? Because my first time, ever coming across it, I'm like, VREAL? Is it, well, you know, I'm like, what is it? So how did you, because I think when I think VREAL, I'm thinking Trill. You know, I'm like, he's Trill with it.
Trill VREAL.
Trill VREAL.
So man, coming up with the name, man, wasn't an easy task. Like I said, I had a few hundred names, literally.
A few hundred
names. So narrowing it down was like one of the hardest decisions of my life because I had so many good names, and I rented a hotel. Not rented a hotel. I booked a hotel, and I stayed in the hotel like all night, just looking out the window, just going back to the name, just really thinking deep and hard. And I had someone to assist me with that, and we ended up saying that VREAL was gonna be the best deal, and because I was like, I can play off the real concept, and that's how I ended up coming up with my slogan: VREAL Vegan Made Real. So we making vegan food like it's the everyday chicken and egg rolls and burgers that you eat. Yeah.
Okay.
So just to give people that plant-based alternative to everyday food that they're accustomed to eat.
Now, did you find it challenging trying to, I guess when you first started, was it challenging? Because we are in an era where, like I said, it is a health conscious movement, but a lot of people are closed-minded to certain things. And it's like, yeah, I want some chicken, and then you have vegan, you may have a vegan option to substitute it, you may have a vegan dish, and they're like, nah, it's not going to taste. Right. It's not going to give me the same satisfaction as if I go into this Burger King or if I go to this place and get this chicken. Right. So, did you find it challenging at all?
I think that's going to forever be a challenge until the world really becomes more center and people start to really branch out more and venture out really to try new things. It's gonna forever be a market where you're constantly almost grabbing people by the arm or the hand and pulling them. However, I do see the future of veganism being extremely, not just a trend, but being something that people actually, take serious, that people actually try, even if they're not vegan more, and because it's not going to be a choice when you have Burger King vegan restaurant, McDonald's vegan restaurant. You see right now they already implement plant-based options in their menus. You can tell when a corporate system has been doing something for so many years, and then they start to get on it. We no longer say like, hey, this is not a trend anymore. This is like really, this is a thing. So
I guess what was the hardest part about getting started? Was it that, or was it something else?
It really wasn't that. Well, recipes like
I can
are
see that.
Really challenging. It's easy to do the mock burger, but the mock chicken it's a little more difficult.
I hear a lot of people say something about cauliflower. I think I had a cauliflower wing one time.
People have done cauliflower before. I enjoy cauliflower wings. When it comes to cooking vegan food, it's an art. Okay. I tell people, it's all about your seasonings and your sauces. You can take some liquid smoke. You can take some the the W sauce. I don't like the Richard Todd.
Richard Todd. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I had to make a joke about that one, but yeah, the Western Todd sauce. You can take that, some different seasoned garlic powder, onion powder, because all of these things are plants, and you mix it together. Take some bell pepper, onions, you know, some different beans, different. You know, you can make something possible, like nutritional yeast. Right now I was having an experiment with some recipes.
Okay.
So I have some black salt right here with me. So black salt is basically, I'm gonna just get a little whiff of that. What that smell like?
It's
I'll just tell you, like an egg.
It does have an egg
Like,
scent to it. Yeah, it has an egg scent to it. It does. That's correct. Wait, what is black salt?
Black salt. See,
I've never heard
that's
of
what I'm
it.
saying.
I've never heard of it.
It's an art. You can take some tofu, scramble it up, add some of this to it, add some nutritional yeast, get you a vegan cheese, and garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. And next thing you know, you don't know if you eat eggs or not. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
It's just the art in it what keeps me going and keeps me, you know, curious about the whole vegan food making process. And that's why I say it's really gonna become not necessarily a trend thing, but it's really going to be something that people are just, you know, taking the time to understand eventually.
That's very interesting. So I was doing a little research, and I saw that you built your business on 3 principles. Now, for the audience, what are those 3 principles, and why those particular 3? Now, to me, I feel like those are 3 major ones that every restaurant, food truck, whatever, any business should have. You got to be a restaurant for one of them, but they should definitely have it. So what made you, I guess, build on those principles?
Well, because of course, you know, when it comes to customer service, when it comes to good customer service, if you don't have that, it's gonna be hard to retain your customers. You know, it's good to have customers continuously coming, but it's also great to have customers continuously coming back. Like, that's how companies make their money, honestly, because you have repeat customers. This one customer's paying you $500 a month, you know. So if you got 100 of those, like, you literally, that's your whole operation. And the in and out customers are cool, but what about those repeat customers? So customer service is super key. I don't care if it's your first time or your 50th time. I need to be on point with it. And also good food. A lot of people are creating this like whole vibe thing around restaurants, and you know, I hear a lot about it via social media, and sometimes I even experience it. But you know, the food is subpar. You gotta make sure your food is on point. One thing I've taken my time with are these recipes. These aren't rushed recipes. I have a recipe, honestly, I worked on for like 3 years, literally on and off. So things of that nature, it takes time. So good food, good customer service, and of course, you need amazing marketing. You need for people to be exposed to what you do. You can't just say, hey, this is our menu, and post that every day. You got to think outside of the box when it comes to being creative for people to eat your food. A lot of times, companies don't even market. Gatorade isn't marketing Gatorade.
That is true.
They're not selling Gatorade.
That is true.
They're selling an experience.
True. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They're selling an experience. They're getting they're grabbing like emotions or something to that extent. We want to here at VREAL, man. We want to sell fun. We want to sell like vegan food can be made real and can taste good. We want to sell like all of that. Everything else will fall in line. So
I think those are well, that's a great foundation.
Yeah, definitely.
First of all, like you said, customer service. Man, we can't stress it enough. Good customer service is key to a lot, because you can have the best food in the world, but if you don't have customer service, and I feel like a lot of times being honest and being transparent, you know, I like to be real on this show.
Yeah, no.
I like to be real on this show.
Keep it real, man.
A lot of people don't have good customer service anymore. Their food can be the best, and it's like, I don't even want to go back there, because to circle back to what you just said, the experience is not what I want it to be.
Not at all.
So I commend you on the customer service, man. You know, when I came up and ordered my food, you greeted me with a smile, was doing what you wanted. So I appreciate that.
Of course.
Good taste, you gotta have it, man. And marketing is everything. People market, think outside of the box. Work with a team. Whatever you have to do, do that. So as far as your menu, do you actually have a team that you sit down with, or do you just experiment like you stated earlier, or do you how do you come about that? Or do you see something it's like, you know what, I want to reinvent this in a real way?
I reinvent things all the time, like you said, in a real way. So actually what I did, I'll be completely transparent. When I first had the idea that I was going to open VREAL, probably about years ago, but I started reaching out to a chef when I knew I was going to open a restaurant. So probably like a year, first of last year. It was hard to get someone. So what I started doing was, all the recipes I had, I said, why not get a real answer? You know, so why not make the stuff, let people just randomly taste it. Yeah. And especially people who aren't vegan, and let them give me honest feedback. I literally released an item, some gumbo. It was delicious, but the majority of my customers was like, it's a little bit too spicy. So I toned the spice level down. The customers who are eating the food are the ones who's going to give you the honest feedback and who are going to help you critique your items. Yeah. Oh, you put too much salt on it. Oh, I would put a quarter of a tablespoon. Maybe I need to put a teaspoon or a quarter of a teaspoon or something. Like it's the customers who are going to allow you to make those certain critiques to your food. So that's what I kept doing every week, every other month. I literally, one time I sat outside on the grill with the beef sliders that you had. Yeah, man. I literally sat outside on the grill, like downtown, just literally making people free burgers, like literally. Wow.
And see, a lot of people, they don't want to put their time in, let alone give anything free, but it can make a world of a difference in the long run. Yeah. So that's amazing, man. That's
free is worth a lot.
Free is worth a lot. I like that. I like that.
Don't get it twisted about ain't nothing in life free or whatever, and all that whole free stuff, free.
You know what? Being that we have VREAL, we're gonna say VREAL. VREAL is worth a lot.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I want to switch gears real quick. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Yes, sir.
Did you choose Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, or did Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated choose you?
I chose Kappa Alpha Psi.
Now, why and how?
So when I went to school, man, honestly, in the LaGrange area, it's not a lot of Greeks. In high school, I wasn't exposed to a lot of Greeks. So when it comes to me choosing Kappa Alpha Psi, when I got to college, and probably my sophomore, junior year, I knew I wanted to become a member. I had to do my research, and I had to see what other organizations had to offer. And to be honest, Kappa Alpha Psi had the best thing there was to offer for me. The style, the attitude, the community, you know, work that they put in, the way they carry themselves, it was just a different caliber of man. And I was like, I have no other choice but to become a member.
So
and I ended up discovering my great uncle was a charter member at another college.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. So you found that out after the fact?
Well, I kind of found it out. I kind of knew a little bit about it beforehand, but I didn't get really deep into it until I started, you know, the process of becoming a member.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. Now, what did you learn? I always say it like this: while becoming a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, or after the fact, in being a member, what have you learned? Has it been anything that has helped you with your business? And I know it's something in everyday life, but is it anything with your business in particular?
Man, taught me to understand this right here. You got two choices in business, in life, and whatever it is that you do. You either break or you break records. I always choose the breaking record part, even if that means me pivoting. Yeah. So people think pivoting is failing. Pivoting is just simply what it is. Pivoting. if you can't walk up the hill, straight up the hill, and you gotta go down the side street because it's flat, and go down another side street because it's flat, just you to come across the top, to be on top of that hill, then you still got to the top of that hill, you just had to pivot. You couldn't go directly up the hill. So
that's dope. That's dope. So I'm gonna ask you a fun fact, about Kappa. It's just a fun fact. When you're in college, man, you got so much going on. So do you like step shows or do you like probate better?
Ooh, I like step shows.
You like step shows?
Cause that probate, cause I'm gonna be honest, that step show is gonna be more long lasting. That probate may be 30, 45 minutes and it's over with. Yeah. Man, the step show, man, you got, if y'all are performing, then you got other Greek organizations performing. Man, it's like,
it's an experience, man.
It's an experience, man. It's an experience. I just like to come through that thing. And, like, man, I like to come through that thing.
Come through the soda, dude.
Come through the soda. They got the viewers right now.
They got the viewers, man. No, that's definitely an amazing thing, man. I feel like it's a great establishment what you have here. And I do want to ask, what do you see VREAL going in the next? I hate putting a limit on it. I don't really like in the next 5 years, 10 years.
Just in the future. In general.
What do you see?
So in general, like VREAL right now, of course, we're mobile, so you can say VREAL on wheels.
Okay.
So eventually,
he coming with them, VREAL on wheels, baby.
So eventually, I'm talking about we're gonna be on tour, literally.
Okay.
Well, we're in this city, in this state, and eventually, as we continue to grow, we're gonna realize like we have a big market here. It's time to establish a brick and mortar. Then we got a market over here. Let's go brick and mortar, and it's gonna be. Then from there, we're gonna continue to expand. 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. Who knows how many restaurants or locations that we'll have? Who know how many sister companies we may have? True. So there's no limitations in what we're doing here.
Man,
so
that's dope, man.
We're just not looking to be just here, like stabilized in the community. We're gonna be in the community, but we're gonna be out of the community too. Like,
that makes a lot.
We're gonna be growing.
That makes a lot of sense. Grow, keep going. It's a huge market out here. It is. You have to just tap into it. So I totally understand that. My last question for you here before I let you go, get back to it.
Get back to it, yes sir.
What's the best experience that you've had since you've been in business?
Since I've been
or maybe I should say, what's the most satisfying thing to you about being in business? Whether it's the consumer's face, whatever it may be.
I'm gonna say this, man. When you have people who you take their vegan virginity.
Okay.
Never had vegan food. First time eating your food, and they're like, "What is this? You sure it's not no real biscuit or no? I mean, it's real, alright. It's vegan real, but to get that first impression, to give that first impression and receive it, it's so fulfilling because that hasn't come from just one individual or two. It's came from like plenty of people, like a lump sum of people.
You're making them a believer, like
exactly, because then that opens them up to more vegan options, and they tell more people about like, oh, I don't mind trying this vegan food, or I don't mind, so it helps with our market, right? Open the mind up.
It's about that. So man, anything else that you have going on, please let the people know, and of course y'all to see it, but let the people know where they can find you at, where they can follow you. Right now, like you said, you are in this location, but you will be touring, in which when you start doing it, I'll make sure that we share it. We all about supporting over here and Eatin It Up with DC, man. So just tell them any last words that you want them to know.
Hey man, look, right now I need y'all to tap in to _Brandon Todd, because me and my entrepreneurial endeavors are really about to take flight. And you don't want to miss this journey, because the journey is everything. And right now, we eating up with DC.
Now we keeping it real. I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, it's been a pleasure, brother.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, for sure. All right, man, we're going to catch y'all on the next time in the next episode of Eatin It Up with DC. We out.